And so I love that. But I also think that a big part of that is an irreverence and a sense of humor. I did a television show years ago that was very successful at marrying drama with comedy, and called Boston Legal. And the character I played, he found the humor in the worst of things, and the hardest things in life, he was able to find a way to laugh. And
Pink flamingos.
And I wanted to. I think that's so important. And I remember when I read the pilot, I just saw. That's what I saw. I saw the humor in it, and it was there in the page. And then it has just grown from that. That's the best part for me.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next up, please.
Thank you for the hats. Mr. Spader and John, I love the do unto others as they have done to others aspect of the show. And what I wondered is if there's any possibility that your work being seen by millions of criminals makes them realize that to be really cool criminals, they need to kill other criminals. And have any criminals said, wow, I realized that I was just a douchebag, hurting good people, but now I just want to go kill criminals. Has anyone written you and said, I've become a new man, I'm more like Red Reddington?
I've never given that a thought, but we've got a lot of Sony. I think we have some Sony and NBC executives out there, and they might be very pleased to realize what a public service our show is doing.
Yeah, I think you can submit that to the
You've been one of my favorite actors since Less Than Zero. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think you can submit that to the FCC. They'll accept that as public service. Next up.
So Red is pretty obviously a bad guy, but he's also very sympathetic. What is his perception of himself? Does he think he's a bad guy?
I think he has. I think he is. He's from everything that I have learned about him. I have found him to be very clear in his own heart about who he is. And he takes full responsibility for that. And therefore, I think he knows his capacity for goodness, and I think he knows full well his capacity for badness. And he has to not sleep at night about that. But I don't think it has ever been anything but a détente within him about whether he's a good guy who does very, very bad things or whether he's a very bad guy who does very good things. But it's absolutely a détente. This is not, I am confident that we will not someday discover on the show that he is, fully righteous and that he is redeemed for all.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Anyone who is capable of what he has been capable of only in the first season, I think we can be very clear about the dichotomy that exists within him.
Next up.
Hi, this is actually a question from a friend of mine. How do you come up with the blacklist